Anyway, welcome to the confusion. So rather than point out the other side, that what's the quality? It's darkness. What what is that? Well, if you consider paying attention to be a form of letting light in and the truth, events, things happening, then the darkness goes away. There's a difference between looking at somebody who deals with the true light and then somebody who's dealing with the fake light. The true light, you have interaction with your body and then the whole thing out there. So what doesn't back down is the right feeling, the right feelings. This is Aries. We have Mars going into Aries. It's the part in you that has an authentic, spontaneous feeling, because it does rule the head, but we're not talking about head tripping. Um, we're talking about the very like it the very neurons, like the sensitivity, like how it's just the main thing that's synthesizing all of the other everything, right? We have everything here, and it has to do with sensitivity, to tell you the truth. People think that Aries is bossy and bully. No, there's something called confident and just being ourselves. And we wish that for you. We're the people that set the example. And it's not arrogance, although I know the look on my face has been getting like, you look around and you get beat up enough, pretty soon you're going to be like this. Oh, oh, oh. You know, we really need a fucking break. We really need to be treated a lot better than thinking that it's always a challenge. We're not always going to be that for you. You have to, you know what? Can you help yourselves out? Can you help all the whole situation out? See, uh, there's a balance to be made, right? And I know that I've been helping my physical body more. I'm a very physical person, and I haven't had the amount of wood that I would chop on. Like, I remember I had a bunch of fucking wood to work on, and things have just changed, and they need to change in a more, I think, the mentality way or whatever. I don't know, but the truth is I can't go the road that a lot of people are going because they don't know much. I am not saying that I'm educated, like, out there in the world. No, what I mean is paying attention. Now that's the skill of skills. If it was love itself that was available to what? Just the moment and what are you doing? See, if you choose to get into something, I always think, well, why don't I just put myself out there? Why don't I just put myself out there and just go wholeheartedly into it and say, I can help you at your construction site. Let me start as just the tool toter or something. I don't know, but the truth is, I'm done using my body to do slave work. To tell you the truth, I'm a woman, and yeah, it's getting trippy. I know that I'm capable of so many other things that people would pay money for, but but it takes a hell of a courage to do it all yourself. And the truth is once you start doing it, it's like, of course I'm supposed to do this myself. Nobody can. And you make so much. I don't mean to say make so much more, but what I'm saying is that if you concentrated more and it was just you. I mean, I know that I would just. It's like a guaranteed that I would make a certain thing that it would be just so much more satisfying. Other people see if, when you it could be that when you work with other people, they kind of put a dampener on your quality that you would come up with, or you have to stand in the background and put up with their quality, and it's not exact. It's not. It's like, wow, this hardly made $2.50, and then kids ran away. And I have a lot of energy and it's being highly misunderstood and I have to just, oh my God, I can't believe it. It's so terrible because it's good energy and it's like nobody likes good energy. Uh, They want to fucking come up and just steal it and not replenish any of it. They don't know anything about reciprocating good energy back. There's a lot of there. You know what you detect on this fucking plane that there are people playing a game way deep inside. They are playing a game. They want to fucking destroy you. If you're watching this, I'm sorry to go here. I would rather have a better story, but you can't convince other people, people that have been disenfranchised enough, going to a place being vulnerable, right? Oh man, I am not doing that. And I was backed into a place where it spontaneously came out where this is so not good for any of us. You know what I mean? And I have to have more compassion for me than anybody else and to hold me more tightly than anybody else and understanding my position here more than anybody else because a lot of people's programming, like the whole thing where if you're the more sensitive one or you're the more, I don't want to say intelligent because it's not a competition. Nobody knows more than anybody else. In fact, we're here to complement each other. And compliment means that, you know, this person may be great in the spiritual world, but they're not good with the world. And this person is good with the world, but not good with the spiritual world. Really, what you just said there is this person knows how to love. And this, because that's, if you want to know what God is love. And usually when we speak of spiritual, we're talking about that. I don't know about you. I mean, but that could be full encompassing because God is the truth. And then now we're seeing the whole spectrum. There's death and birth of truth. Oh no. Poison the fucking place up with the whole goddamn spectrum there. Maybe add women in there. Ugh. Ugh. Collapse. I'm tired of being in this world, aren't you? I admit that I'm broken, but I don't like to approach it where how like people say, finally, she's gonna now let's take everything away and now sign here and you get to put your straitjacket on and oh you just and then you go and then you know being mistreated. It's like no, actually I don't even think I meant to say that. Maybe somebody else can relate with me and say, yeah, no, it's really hard out there and how do you fucking blend in? Real good psychologists are saying, no, you have to be a psycho or a psychopath or a sociopath to make any like get to make it in the world. If it's money oriented, of course, you're a narcissist, a complete disconnect, morally impaired, not trustworthy, all that shit. Oh, you're a backstabber. You're all that. That's the way you make money. Come on, get successful out there. No, thank you. No, thank you. And I can see it too. People that have money and they think that it's so stupid. Can't you pick up on this? Why is it so one-sided? You can see like at one point you're like, okay, so I I have money and so and somebody's going to provide a service or I'm going to buy something, but I want to get a deal. I'm going to see if I can get it for $20 less. But see, they might have made that money, but they're heck now they're going to be really smart with it, right? But they might have made that money making something that they had to say, oh, you know what? I want to get top dollar for this. And I know. Well, maybe they say this. You know what? I know I can get top dollar for this, but I'll charge them $20 less. And I'll be fine with that. But then they meet somebody who's like, you know what? What you're asking? I maybe half of that, and I'll give it to you. And you're like, okay. I mean, I don't know. So do I have to explain how fucking idiotic that is? I mean, like, okay, you're gonna turn around and be that way, and you're gonna turn around and be that way, and you're gonna turn. You guys are a bunch of two-faced turnarounds. Can I please? Is that why they make guns? I'm beginning to think they make guns just so you can just go, you know what? Please, no way. Bye. God. Go back up there and run up there and say, excuse me, why do you keep doing this to me? I'm going to go back down there and just go nuts about it and try and fucking maybe, what do you want me to do next? Pull it out this way? Excuse me? Oh, you know, it's weird. It's like, be careful with Mars going into Aries. It's not always a good thing. It's trigger happy time. It's trigger happy time. Yeah. Did you get trigger happy yet? I did. But some of it's divine. Some of it's divine. Yeah. People don't recognize that here, do they? You're going to start to see it with Pluto sextile Mars for the first time. Babes, I don't want to say it, but what if somebody, what if it comes up more? Watch. Gunmen going around and just going where? Government buildings, places where it's like you think that people, most idiots say, oh God, and they're gonna raise a parade and more, and babes, I'm sorry if I sound like a Charles Manson right now, but you know what? That's actually benevolence out there doing that. They're saying you people don't have a real life. That fucking financial institution of yours. Did you see that last video I put up? Here it is. Hit like and subscribe for the people who dare put their lives on the line for you. Jesus? Was that you? You bet.